about letting my 4-month-old cry it out at night, but I've heard some negative stuff about it and am concerned. Is the cry it out method good or bad?
The cry it out method of sleep training works great for children starting around 4 months of age. Prior to 4 months of age, your child's in a developmental stage where they're learning the world safe because you're bringing everything to them. But after 4 months of age, they enter a new developmental stage, one in which they can learn to self-soothe, one in which they can see that mommy and daddy are there for them, but they can do some things on their own. And one of these very important things is sleeping through the night. There are several myths associated with sleep training or letting babies cry. The first myth is that you're psychologically damaging them. You are absolutely not. You're teaching your child a very important lesson, one in which they need to learn to self-soothe and problem solve. Number 2 is, oh my goodness, I must be starving them. They used to feed so much in the middle of the night. Well, we know that feedings after 4 months of age are more for comfort than hunger. And when you eliminate all those feedings, what you're gonna see is they probably don't eat much more during the day and they grow exactly the same. The final myth that I commonly hear is you have to be a certain weight in order to sleep train. The bottom line is if your child has been healthy and growing normally, by 4 months of age, they should be able to sleep a 10-hour stretch through the night.
I feel that subjecting babies to repeated and prolonged intense periods of crying may actually cause harm. Consider what happens in a baby's brain during intense crying. Blood pressure rises dramatically, oxygen flow actually decreases, and the brain is flooded with the stress hormone cortisol. These 3 factors have actually been shown to harm developing brain cells. A baby's cry is his language. It's how he communicates. By not responding, a parent sends the message that he or she isn't always going to be there, that the baby has to go it alone sometimes, and that the baby can't always trust that his language will be responded to. That's a very tough lesson for a young baby to have to learn. Cry it out may be okay for some easy babies who don't cry much, but I don't believe it's a good choice for those who are going to spend many hours and many weeks crying themselves to sleep.
The truth about the cry it out method is that there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Some children do well crying it out a little, 5 nights in a row, 15 minutes at a time. In fact, when given the opportunity to develop their self-soothing skills without the help of mommy and daddy, they do quite well. But other children need more reassurance and support. They don't have the skills to fall asleep, stay asleep, and get back to sleep. That's right, falling asleep is a broad skill set. So your job as a parent is to raise a child who can fall asleep and stay asleep and still feel safe, trusted, and loved. So the best solution for you is really one that's good for you and baby. So talk with your pediatrician, trusted friends and family, and then most of all, trust yourself to find the solution that's right for you and baby.
Have more questions about the cry it out method? Get up-to-date answers at parentsask.com, because raising kids raises questions.